Hello my friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here with another new video about architectural drawing. Please stay with me until the end of the video. I'm waiting for your suggestions and opinions about this video. I wanna draw a modern building in one-point perspective. As you see, I drew the horizontal line almost in the middle part of the page, and after that I wanna draw a facade of the building. The facade of the building is composed of several parts and they are in the shape of a trapezoid. When I drew the facade and different parts of it, I want to draw some thicknesses according to the first lines. When I drew different parts of the facade, I want to choose the vanishing point. And as I said before, this is the rule that you choose the vanishing point exactly on the horizontal line. The location of the vanishing point can be variable, but most of the time I choose the point in the middle of the horizontal line. When I choose the location of the vanishing point, I should draw all of the lines that are along the y-axis according to it. So all of the depth and projections in this drawing should be drawn according to the vanishing point. Here I am drawing the surrounded part of the building according to the vanishing point, and here the slope of some staircase. These are some deep parts of the facade. I should draw the depth of them according to the vanishing point, and these lines are parallel with the first lines. In addition to the points I have told you about the perspective so far, there are other ideas. For instance, instead of one-point perspective, you can choose new vanishing points in other parts and turn the drawing into a multi-point perspective. So as you see here, I put another dot as vanishing point. So the depth of this part are drawn based on this new vanishing point. I have determined parts of the facade for the windows and entrance of the building, and now I am drawing their frames. I drew some parallel lines with the first lines, and after that I wanna draw some vertical lines as a window's frame. As you can see, the building is not directly on the ground and it's on the higher surface, and now we have to add some detail to the space around the building. For example, here I drew the thickness of stair slope, and after that I bold some lines that I drew them loose and light before. If you enjoyed this video until now, you can subscribe my channel and stay with us. Every week we will publish new tutorial videos about architectural drawing and you can learn it so easily. Here is the slope of the stairs, and I want to make some divisions on these slopes according to the vanishing point. As you see, I divide each part to 8 equal parts for the stairs. So the width of the stairs should be drawn according to the vanishing point, and here I want to draw all of the stairs one by one. In addition to the stairs, I want to draw some handrails here. I draw some vertical lines. And after that, I want to draw these lines according to the slope of the stairs. This part of the handrail should be drawn horizontally, and here should be drawn according to the slope of the stairs again. I want to draw some other vertical lines here as a texture. On the edges and corners, the lines are drawn with less distance, and in the middle part, the distance between the lines is more apart. These little techniques are so important and turn a two-dimensional drawing into three-dimensional. About the space around the building, I wanna add some topographic lines. As you see, I draw them so easily in different parts of the space, on the right hand side and the left hand side. Okay, now I want to add some trees, and as you know, architectural sketches often come to life with the addition of the surroundings and especially trees. When you're adding trees to your drawing, you should pay attention to these important items. The first one is climate and location of your architectural subject. For example, if you're designing in cold weather, you should choose the tree according to this weather, and you should pay attention to leaf shapes, bark textures and tree shapes. Here I just drew the trunk and branches of the tree, and then with marker I wanna add the leaves to them as well. Here it's the little garden, so I wanna draw some other trees, little trees and bushes according to the shape of the trees. And now between these lines that I drew almost horizontally, I wanna draw other curved lines between them to show the different levels of ground height. Again, and according to the first vanishing point, I want to draw some lines on the ground as a texture, and then I want to color the drawing by some markers that I choose them before as a color palette. Most of the time I start coloring by the trees and I choose some different green markers for coloring the trees. First of all, I wanna apply the light green and color the tree by some dots that I drew them by the marker. The most important thing for your coloring is light direction, and you should color all of the parts of your drawing according to it. In addition to the light green marker, I used the dark green for showing some shades on the tree according to the light direction. And now by the black marker, I wanna color the window's frame. I do that so carefully, and I color all of the horizontal and vertical lines from the window's frame. I colored all of the lines of the window's frame by the black marker, and after that I wanna add some extra lines to the window's frame for make them more real and add more details to them. As you know, the glasses of the windows are clear and you'll be able to see the inside parts of the building, and inside parts and some of the details are visible to the viewer. And here I want to draw some little details of the inside space according to the vanishing point. And as you see, you'll be able to see the depth of the space behind the glasses. Here are some other parallel lines for showing the depth of the space and make them more real and convert the two-dimensional drawing to the three-dimensional. As you know, these setbacks are darker and I'm using the cool gray marker for coloring them. I'm using the brush marker because it's so appropriate for making contrast on your drawing and make shades and shadows correctly. I decided to use the brown marker for color these parts of the building, and I should do that so carefully according to the first lines. I want to use another brown that is darker than the first one, and I'm bolding these lines. And here, draw another vertical lines as shades on these parts of the building. Okay, here another interesting thing is light reflection. Here, for showing the light reflection of the light source, I'm using the yellow marker. So I draw some lines by the marker according to the first lines and the depth of the space. I can also add another markers and mix them with the yellow marker, and I think the gray one is appropriate to mix with the yellow marker. Here I'm trying to add some other shades and showing the depth of the space correctly. This is another part of the building that it's in the backward, and I drew it so carefully and so simply. I want to add some other parallel lines to showing the depth of this part of the building. I want to bold these lines for make it more real and more visible. And then I want to add some contrast by the marker, for example cream marker, and after that the brown marker are suitable. If you find this video useful and enjoyable, don't forget to subscribe my channel and stay with us. Every week I'll publish new videos and free tutorials about architectural drawing. I'm here and help you to learn them so easily. One of the important points that I emphasize is to look at the different parts of the design for the several times during the design and painting, and then add shades and colors that will eventually have a neat and beautiful design. Okay, my friends, I gave all the explanations, and my advice is to continue practicing with the music and enjoy this tutorial.